Khan. Today's topic is about Kaizen. What is Kaizen? Today we will be talking about that. So let's dive into the topic. What is Kaizen? Kaizen is an approach to create continuous improvement based on the idea that small, ongoing positive changes can reap significant improvements. Typically, it is based on cooperation and commitment and stands in contrast to approaches that use radical or top-down changes to achieve transformation. This is what the slide says. But let's discuss about Kaizen more. Basically, Kaizen is a Japanese word which refers to something like continuous changes. If you want to change your life, for an example, it's 2026. If you want to transform your life, and for an example, take a notepad and list up 5 or 6 topics, like, for an example, gym, swimming, learn Mandarin, learn English, learn coding, or etc. Anything can be. But here's the point, all these tasks are really big and hard. At first, you may get the motivation to start doing all of this at once, but it should not be an appropriate progression or approach. Kaizen here says that small improvements changes our life. For an example, if you want to build up an habit of reading book, you should not mm, try to finish one book each day. Rather, you should focus on start small. You can read one paragraph from a page of a book, or you can just set a timer. For an example, you will read a book for 10 minutes, and the continuously it will build a habit inside of you. And this is what Kaizen is about. Kaizen means small progression to improve yourself, but starts slowly but steadily. It's not like you have to climb the Mount Everest in one night. It's not like that. But take the first step slowly, but you have to be consistent. That's what is Kaizen about. Now, of Kaizen. There are four cycle. I mean, there is a cycle of four, consists of four plans. You can, like, it's basically a guide, kind of guide, how you can start the Kaizen process. Um, if we want to discuss about this, make a plan, do the action, check the notebook if you've done it, and number four is basically repeat the same cycle. So let's not talk about this. Let's move on. Atomic habits. I want to refer one thing from Atomic Habits. In Atomic Habits, Clear's idea of decisive moments drawn attention to the outsized influence of small actions. The story of Twyla Tharp hailing a cab shows a single repeatable step can act as a switch that shifts someone into a different mood of being. Claire's large point is that behavior change does not happen in big, dramatic scene, but in tiny decisions point that set the tone for everybody that follows. These moments matter because they open or close pathways. Change your first move and you can change the whole consequence. And that's the same thing I discussed earlier, and that is you'll have to change slowly. Take a first step. If you don't want to scroll mobile phone, that's okay. Start slowly. For an example, if your screen time is about around 9 hours a day or 6 hours a day, try not to stop it at once. Um, take a start, take timer, track down his screen time, and let's say you set a boundary, a timers of 5 hours. You cannot use more than 5 hours. Yeah, that is how you can no, no, this is how you can progress in your life. Take a small step, but make it continuous. That is what James Clear also mentioned in Atomic Habits. Let's take a real life example of Kaizen. Kaizen for anger management is in real life means improving your reaction. By the way, this is about anger management. How you can manage your anger by using Kaizen. So let's dive in. Kaizen for anger management in real life means improving your reaction little by little instead of trying to change overnight. For an example, a person who gets angry easily doesn't decide to not get angry again, but starts with very small steps. This is the very important part. You will always have to note. At first, pausing for just 3 seconds before speak when anger appears. Then adding a deep breath. Then learn to notice what triggers the anger, and later choosing calmer words instead of shouting. I know this is hard, but here is the main thing. You'll need to start slowly. Over weeks and months, anger still comes naturally, but the person gains more control over their response, leading to fewer conflicts and calmer mind. Because of the slow progression, he tricked his mind, and now he can manage his anger more than before. That's the trick. And there is a little bit of the process of Kaizen. You can read it yourself. And this is the basically thing I discussed earlier. So yeah, today's slide is about this. And see you in next video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.